Hey there, hunters, and welcome back to the Gunners Guild. I just finished the new hub story for Sunbreak, and I did want to give all you gunners out there a few quick tips for progressing, as it's pretty ruthless to be honest. Lots of work to do still, so I'm going to keep this short so I can get back in. But first, what I wanted to talk about is regarding weapons and armors to keep an eye out for early master rank. Honestly, there's not very many good pieces of armor for gunners in early master rank, but you do kind of want to get them so you don't get one tapped as often. But trust me, no amount of armor is going to save you from getting one tapped in this game. Even with fully upgraded rank 9 armor, Kushala and other elders were still just one tapping me with normal attacks. So I expect everything past the standard hub progression stuff is going to continue that trend. For this reason though, I do highly recommend you be eating for Moxie. Always have Moxie. But for actual armors you want to grab, I do highly recommend the Roggy hat, as 2 points of rapid fire up is huge for Pierce and normal builds. The Shogun Blue Crab set is also very good for Pierce setups. And the Daimyo Hermitor waist is also really nice because it's got tune-up. I'll talk about that later. Rachna Kodaki is still amazing for spread builds, and its waist has tune-up as well. That set is killer. And Rathalos waist is also very good, but for the most part, I was still just using high rank armors with like one piece of master rank here and there, like the immediate upgrades like bike and stuff that just, had more armor. And I'm just going to continue that on until we finish hub, and I'm going to start farming for other stuff. So don't fret too much about staying with high rank armor. It's not like master rank armor is going to make you survive any better. You're still going to get 1 tap, 2 tap at best. For bowguns to craft, I'm going to say I'm not really actually looking into heavy bowguns right now. They feel pretty awful to play, at least for me, and I feel like light bowguns probably going to outperform heavy bowgun in most cases. So for now, through progression at least, we're going to be focusing on light bowguns, plus it's the easiest weapon to play. Early in your immediate upgrades though, you should be grabbing your Defender light bowgun like right away, or the Master Rank Kimura one that also just requires ore. They have high raw and rapid fire normal 2s, and this is going to be a bread and butter weapon to get you through the hub. Plus, you can use these with critical firepower for significantly more damage, and they don't really take much more to, bring down that recoil. Kizu's light bowgun is actually a really good spread option early on. It can't walk and shoot, which is kind of a bummer, but otherwise it's just really strong, and it has a clip 6 of spread 3s, so that's really nice. Grand Golem's light bowgun is similar, it's stronger, but it can't walk and reload. These are going to be your 2 spread options until you get Magna Malo, in which case that's going to be your spread light bowgun until you finish the story. For Pierce bowguns though, you can run Azuchi if you want once you get to master rank, but you can also just hold out on Nargacuga's rapid fire Pierce 2 bowgun until you upgrade that one to its master rank version. That's still going to be your Pierce 2 light bowgun just all the way through. So these should be like your 3 primary weapons for getting through your hub stuff. Don't worry about slicing and stickies, they're pretty much nerfed and dead into the ground. Maybe when we get fully min-max gear they might be able to perform, but right now I'm just not seeing it. Next, regarding critical firepower for light bowguns. This does 30% increased damage for normal ammo only. It's 20% for spreads, 10% for Pierce, and it costs 2 levels of reload. I haven't tested this against the special ammunition though. So rapid fire ammo and level 3 ammos will have a very hard time mitigating this level 2 recoil loss, but there is other ways to get significantly less recoil. The new skill I mentioned earlier on the crab and spider waist, tune up. This is a great versatile skill. For 2 points you can buff your power barrel to give you extra raw, give you extra level of recoil on silencers, so it would provide 2 levels of recoil, or provide more reload speed if you have neither equipped. This does stack with your recoil and reload decorations already, giving you potentially -5 to recoil and -4 to reload speeds, allowing you to run things like spread 3 light bowgun with critical firepower active and still have low recoil and fastest reload. This is subject to the bowgun space recoil and reload stats of course, but it's still a tremendously good skill. I do want to play with heavy bowgun more so I could test this out, but right now I'm just running light bowguns and it's amazing. So moving on to the silk binds, you do get them right before master rank 5 urgent, so it's 2 quests into master rank 4 I believe, and you will just get those straight up. For light bowgun you do want to use the countermines, as the tracking and AoE potential of monsters in this game is insane, plus you're going to get 1 tapped, and this does provide you enough iframes to avoid most attacks comfortably. The new Silkbind, the mech machine gun thing, is pretty much dead on arrival for light bowgun. It does poor damage, only about 10 motion value, and really can't be scaled well, so you don't really need to bother with that to be honest. Plus the original Silkbind glide attack builds mounts faster anyways, since they also reduce the cost of that to be only 1 wire bug now, so I would just stick with that too. And lastly, before I go, I want to briefly touch on heavy bowguns. The new wire bug stuff is pretty awful for them, not in a sense that they're like bad performance wise, but these are literally just the barrel mods Heavy Bowgun had in Iceborne, which were passive buffs, but now you have to use silk binds to activate them and sit in front of a ring, and yeah, it's just bad and lazy and I don't like it. Siege mode is also dead on arrival. It does shoot less bullets on higher level MOs, so things like Spread 3 and Pierce 3 only shoot about 6 before overheating, and it can't even break even on firing speeds compared to like our standard rate of fire, so yeah, it's pretty bad. Heavy Bowgun did feel like it got shafted super hard in Sunbreak, and I will try to pick it up later when I have equipments and more experience, but for now I'm kind of shelving it and I'm going to work on bows and gun lance more. But for now, all I have is light bowgun stuff for you because I just finished my progression. Sorry, but that's basically all for me. Thank you all for watching and good luck out there, hunters.